get good. This is Endless Space 2 Awakening, and we are playing as the Fireborn Guardians of the Galaxy, the Unfallen. In our last episode, we basically discovered that our pirate fleets are not going to work out quite the way we would like them to. We also got ambushed by a sort of sneaky stealth fleet. It was an interesting episode. So this episode, we're going to pick up in our war with the UE, trying to sort of keep them back while we gain control of some of their space. We did manage to entwine Perseus last episode, while also potentially taking some losses on our Vine ships. Thankfully, we managed to get them out of trouble. They will regen safely in our space every turn, so we don't need to repair all these ships. We can kind of let them do themselves over time, and that's fine. In the meantime, though, we do want to keep our fire ships out here. Our Hisho allies have moved in on Nihal, and there's a very good chance that they will colonize that system, which at this point we're totally fine with. Like, I honestly don't care about having Deneb at all right now. We would like Nihal because it would allow us to basically go over to Tylus and have a safe path to Tylus. However, I'm willing to sacrifice Nihal if that's what it takes. What we might do here, though, is just rush this fleet over to Nihal. That actually seems like a good idea. Let's take this fleet, send them to Nihal, and then get our Vine ship fleet here and rush them over to Nihal as well. Because if they can entwine and we can take Nihal here, we absolutely will. Perseus, we are unable to colonize any of these planets just yet, but soon. Yeah, soon we'll be able to colonize. Why is this? Okay, colonizes when entwined. The system is entwined, correct? Yes. Okay, I thought we had the ability to colonize gas giants already, but I guess not. Yeah, that's kind of weird that we can't colonize that right now. I wonder if it's because there's stealth units there. That's entirely possible here. We do have a ship that's capable of finding stealth units. We're going to go ahead and send that up there to see if that's what's going on. In the meantime, we'll kind of reform these fleets right here and try to keep them all sort of functionally together. We did lose... Oh, whoops, that was not the intention. Let's go ahead and dock those ones up in Gistrid. Oh, they're already there. Okay, I thought I accidentally created a fleet with them. Let's dock everything up in Gistrid for the moment. If need be, we can always pull that fleet out. It'll reduce our costs while they repair, which is fine. Econ Behemoth here is still doing his thing, gathering things from this wonderful little node here. Getting quite a bit of antimatter and stuff from there, and we're just going to let that keep genning. Let's pop around and see what else everybody else is doing. Okay, so this fleet here, we can go ahead and blockade. I really hope there's not a stealth fleet here, because that'll be super annoying. But I'm reasonably sure we should have the tech to colonize gas giants already. Yes, we do, because we're colonizing a gas giant right here. And we have a gas giant already colonized. So that tells me that there's something more going on in Perseus, which is kind of terrifying, because we probably shouldn't be sending this fleet there then. And we may need to send this fleet back. We'll just wait. We'll wait. Wait and see what happens. Worst case scenario, we retreat our Vine fleet, they take some damage, and then we have to heal them up. It's not the end of the world, it's not great either, it's not like an ideal situation, but it's not bad enough for us to care that much. Up here, we've got another pirate fleet that's kind of waiting to test their mettle against the Vaulters. The downside to this is that we now know that we're not going to be capturing many ships with that fleet. And I'm not sure why. Like, we talked about looking at some different designs here. And I think one of the things that we could do is maybe focus in on having just boarding pods on everything if we really, really want to do that, and putting some manpower modules on there. I think that's actually something we already looked at right here. No, that's increasing flotilla destruction. I think what we want is additional manpower deployment, and then also the... Or what is this? No, okay. So additional manpower deployment here, and then more boarding pods would actually probably do the thing. Boarding pods reduce manpower of enemy ships every second. The enemy ship is captured if a boarding pod is active and the ship reaches 0 manpower. Manpower damage is impacted by relative infantry strength. Boarding pods will not target hero ships, arcs, or behemoths. Okay, so basically this does manpower damage per second, whereas these Hearts Hammers do manpower, they kill crew on shot, which isn't as effective, I think, if we're trying to capture their ships. So what I might do here is just put some more boarding pods on. We might just go full-on boarding pods, and then for this module, instead of doing increased flotilla crew destruction, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and throw on an OpEx gear. And I think that's what we're going to do for those ships. Now here we have our cruisers. This is a little bit more problematic, and the reason why is because our cruisers, even though they're supposed to be our hunter ships, they share their second support module slot. Like if we look at just support module slots, they share their second support module slot, which we're using for an engine right now, with one of their attack slots, which makes them kind of not as useful, to be honest. So I think for right now we'll leave that as it is so that they can keep pace. And they'll just kind of have to keep pace, and we'll use their swarms to try to protect the boarding pods of our pirate bruisers, I guess we're calling these. I can't remember what the PB oh, pirate border, there we go. That's what it is, pirate border. And with that set, we're going to want to take some of those fleets out and give them a test run with the new setup. So let's go ahead and do... You know what's nice, now that I think about it, is we can just create an... Oh, no we can't, because if we create an empty version, then we... Yeah, that's annoying. So this whole, like, build the ships and then upgrade them thing, it works, but it's honestly kind of a pain. I almost would rather just build the ships. Like, it does save us money. Speaking of, though, that was a strategy given to us by Sedgehammer, and Sedgehammer recently put out a visual guide to all of the luxury resources in Endless Space 2, and I'll be linking that down in the comments so that everybody can take a look at it and use it, because it's super cool. It's actually just a really nice, simple little visual guide that will tell you, you know, how much, or rather, which particular luxury resource affects which particular Fidzy. Yeah, we're just going to end our turn here. We do have hacking operations left. Where are we hacking? We just put a bunch of defensive operations out to try to prevent people from backdooring and things like that, because we did get hacked in our capital, and they basically overthrew our government type, which was super annoying. So where do we want to hack? We have backdoors on Bellatrix and Kraz, so it makes sense to probably go here. 3 turns to complete that hack. Worst case scenario, we lose Kraz. If we succeed, we're 1 away from hacking Arcturus, which is nice, because that will let us steal technologies from the Hisho. Perfect. I can dig that. Alright, ending our turn now. We may have had another hack now that I think about it, though. Oh, did we have no research queued? Are you Please tell me we just finished research, not that we had no research queued. Academy power has increased. Population boost has ended. No, it has not. We're going to boost those both again. Black hole was discovered. Lovely. Yeah, we already dealt with that. Continue its development. The Academy requires additional dust. We have not won any of these so far. We haven't. We could attempt to. We could donate all of our dust and attempt to, but at this point I don't think that that's really relevant or important for us. We're just gonna not. Libra has been colonized. We're gonna hop over to Libra and set the 3rd planet on that system to be colonized as well. We honestly should start terraforming these if we can. We can't yet. We can't yet. That's okay. So since we can't terraform these, we just kind of have to do with what we have. I think what we'll probably do is this. Happiness has got to be an issue in the... No, it's actually not. There's no issue with happiness in the system. I stand deeply corrected on that one. Okay, so if happiness isn't an issue in this system, and we have mostly the same population, there's a Hisho pop here, which is nice. What we'll probably do is just kind of let the system develop a little bit before we commit to anything else on it. Nair is finishing its production stuff, after which we want it to do super biofuel. That is going to take it quite a long time, so if there's anything else we want before that, we should probably put it in queue. But I don't think there is. I mean, sustainable is pretty good. Actually, what am I talking about? We need another planet here, for sure, because they are capped out. We also don't have specializations here. This is a hot planet, so industry will get a boost. Let's do that. Let's also go ahead and colonize a rather large planet here that we can get lots of population on, so probably this one. Nair 3 is going to make a good option for that. Okay, then we'll let it work its production stuff through. Gonna be a while before that planet is ready for super biofuel, or that system, rather. Structured antimatter has been completed. We now have access to advanced P-laser fighters, antimatter intensifiers, and extreme swarm missiles. Lovely. Swarm missiles fire many missiles in short bursts, number of missiles fired, damage per second. It's interesting because I kind of wonder if these actually do damage to ships as well. That could be another part of our problem with our boarding pod strategy, but I can't say for sure. We do need new science though, and we've already gotten super biofuel, so now it's a matter of what would we like? Ooh, additional food per gas is a very interesting option. So is upgrading our military carrier hull. Sorry guys. Yeah, the carrier hull is a good option there. But I think what we really want to do here is probably get some more terraforming tech. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do terraforming. And then potentially more movement. Yes, movement is nice. Movement will help with everything we're doing right now, which makes it a definite priority. Advanced climate engineering could be cool because that will help us sort of terraform all of our planets faster. Q field accelerator, though, is an absolute must when you have a lot of fleets. So we're going to go for that. Then we'll get atmospheric filtration and probably chameleon spaces. Yeah, slag and sludge center is kind of important. We'll grab those. I'm just kind of stacking up our science so we don't have to mess with it too much in the future. Market is something I haven't been messing with a lot at all because we've just been strapped trying to upgrade all these ships. I think that the build them and upgrade them strategy is very effective if your dust generation is off the hook, but basically what happened is our entire government got overthrown, everything got kind of messed up, and in the process, we basically lost the ability to generate a ton of dust. I would actually like to move us back to a democracy here. The question is, how long will that take? Ugh. Additional law slot, happiness per pop on systems, reduces by 50% the cost to pass a new law. 3 different political parties here. I think it's a good idea to move back to this. Yeah. Government type is locked for the next 1 term. Okay, so we can do it next turn. Next turn we can move back. It's just one of those things where we got kind of unfortunately locked in because of the interference of the UE. Yeah, we'll kill that civilian ship. They have retaken Nihal already. Are you for real right now? Oh, that's fine. We're just gonna blitz you again. Thanks for that decisive victory. Cool. You guys just keep on trying to retake this system, and we're gonna keep on raising it. I guess we could have just occupied there, but we don't have vines, so I assume if we occupy, we'll just lose the system anyway. What I'm gonna do instead is entwine here, and then we'll just take the system. Perseus, in the meantime, should be colonizable now. It is. Go ahead and take that. I do want to take a look at our happiness as an empire and make sure we're good. We're still devoted. We're over capped, but we are devoted, so it's probably going to be fine there. We're going to go ahead and go for industrial zones here as an early pickup. We'll also probably want to get our level 2 modernization as quickly as possible. That will require Jadnix, which we do not have, so we're going to grab it off the market here real quick. Go to luxuries. Show me the Jadnix. How much did it say we needed? That would have been something good for me to check. We need 25 Jadnix to do that. We currently have 0. Lovely. So we'll take 25 Jadnix right here. Gonna go ahead and pick that up real quick. Only 471 dust, so not bad at all. That'll allow us to build that. Then we'll do drone networks, cerebral, some food, more production, more production, more production, all the production. Don't need exotic rations here. We should have a pretty decent flow of manpower coming in. We've been struggling to keep our manpower up with the number of fleets we've been building, but now we're in more of a situation where we're struggling to build dust. And the reason we're struggling to build dust here largely is because we got forced into this purely militarist set of government. If we were fighting more and winning more, we would be recovering more dust that way. But because we're not fighting that much anymore, we've kind of wiped out a lot of fleets recently and there's just not any fights to be had, we're not making a lot of dust. Since we lost our sort of peaceful bonuses to making dust, we're not making a lot of dust in general. That being said, that's actually why we're running Super Tax Act here, but we will be able to get those back if we switch back to a Republic. So that's something we're going to do next turn for sure. I think we have one more hack open. We do not. Okay, just making sure on that one. And then here, our quick scanner guy is going to drop this down so that we can see if there are hidden ships. And we're going to send him up here to Nihal so that we don't get ambushed again by a hidden fleet, because that was some trouble for us. Ships are recovering nicely here, which is good. Okay, I think that's probably everything. I do want to come over here and take a look at these real quick to make sure that everything's kind of going. We should realistically jump around to each system real quick and just make sure that we've got exploitations built on every planet, because they do take relatively few turns to build and are very beneficial in that regard. Okay, so like right here, we could have another Edenization. That would be great. Let's just throw that in. It'll be 1 turn, we'll get that. A little more influence coming in. Over here, we've got a nice desert planet that we could throw some... Oh, we don't have the dust one yet. We should actually look at getting that. I might prioritize that over everything else at this point. Isn't there a higher tier dust one we could potentially get and just skip over the lower tier one? There is, right here. And that would get us careful sweeping. Let's go ahead and move that to the front of the queue right now. Oh yeah, 4 turns out. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll wait on some of our desert planets where the dust ones would be more beneficial. I'm pretty sure deserts are the ones where dust is the most beneficial. Is it sterols that they get benefits from? I believe it's sterols. So we'll leave our sterols for that. We'll build an industrial zone here for our HOTS. We will also build an industrial zone here for our HOTS. Biofuel first? No. This first. So we may actually be able to complete all of those in one turn. Yeah. Okay, so Herolium is going to be a massive, massive production system for us very soon. When Super Biofuel finishes, and those finish, we are going to be rolling in the production here in Herolium. Libra is in need of specializations in general, so given that they are gas planets, Temperates get more food, I believe. No, Fertiles get more food. Okay, so there's not really any benefit to this one at the moment. We could go production, but we'll probably go Edenization just because generating influence is something that's going to be important, especially when we switch over to our other laws. This is a hot, though. My bad. This is a hot, which means that we can go ahead and put industrial zones down here, and that'll get more benefit. Beautiful. Okay, hopping over here to ESO. We have a specialization on another desert hot. Let's go ahead and do that. Do we need to colonize another planet here? We very much do. Let's go ahead and colonize ESO 2, and I think we'll put that before predictive logistics, just because right now, if they grow population, it goes nowhere. Man, we have so much of our population. Like, I could have swore, no, that's only Guardians that you could sacrifice to get happiness. Like, it's something we may want to consider because we want to diversify our populations, and we don't have slots to diversify pops here on ESO. So it's definitely something that is becoming harder to do as we expand more, harder to keep track of, I think. Bet you we can do that here, though, right? Like, we can look at our population mix right here. Yeah, this is the best way to do that, I think. So what we're going to do... I wish you could actually do your, like, porting people out right here, because that would be useful. Let's see, who's cap-capped? Sylphie is cap-capped. And let's look at what systems do not have different populations. So Libra could take a couple. And Libra currently has Unfallen and Hisho. So we're going to go to Sylphie here. I said we're going to go to Sylphie here. And we're going to select Libra as our target. And we're going to send them 2 other pops. Now, which 2 other pops, I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll probably send a Basrixos, because they don't have one of those. And we'll probably also send a Harashem, because they don't have any Harashem. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll send a Harashem from here. We could also send an additional Basrixos, but that seems unnecessary. Although, I mean, it does open up another slot for us to do this and take the most use of our spaceport. Yeah, let's do that. We'll send them 2 Basrixos and a Harashem to Libra. That one will just end up hovering in space until we're able to get it. Then we have our Super Guardian there that we can't make more of, which is sad. I want more Super Guardians. More Super Guardians, plus. Okay. That'll be a good way to do that, though. Let's go see what other systems might need a little bit of diversifying as well. Perseus is wide open, because we did just colonize Perseus, and Nakos is losing population. I can't tell why. From consumption. How much food are you guys eating? We have so much food being built here. I'm not sure why they're eating so much. Is it because it's sharing food with Perseus as Perseus is newly founded? Is that a thing? Because I know the vines give you more food. I wonder if it channels food from Nakos. No, wait, Nakos is down here, though. Why would Nakos be running out of food? I don't understand. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. We have so much food. Let's just go buy some Dark Glitter. We'll just go buy 59 Dark Glitter. If we do that, we can easily... Oh, we don't even need 59. We just need 13. Buy 13 Dark Glitter here, and we'll just boost our Unfallen pop, and we won't be short on food anymore. That's something that I let slide because we were trying to save our dust there for a minute, but it's fine. In this case, that should fix everything. Yeah, Nakos is positive again. I don't know how they're consuming so much food, though. Like, it's absolutely crazy to me that they're consuming that much food. Oh, wait a minute. No, Nakos isn't even the system that has all of our pop hanging out in it. How are they eating so much? I don't understand. Okay, if you guys understand why they're eating everything in sight, do let me know. Do let me know, because I have no idea. So we will actually target Perseus here, because that is our newest system. And we'll go ahead and send over a Basrixos, a Harashem, and a Pulsos. Yes? How many Pulsos do we have? We have 1 here. 2 here. Okay. As long as we're not risking our last Pulsos population, we'll do that. It's crazy. How can they be eating so much? I'm just lost. I don't understand. I know we're pop-capped, but I don't know how they're eating that much. Like, which of these civilizations is nom-nomming so much food? I wonder... I have a suspicion. I'm gonna try this. I wonder if the UC is filtering our food. Like, if they're stealing food from us. If they are, that's just gonna make me much, much more inclined to, like, go after them. Wait a minute, did the Hisho just colonize that system? I think they did. Okay. Remnants and refugees. Though they appear cold and distant, these castaways have sufficient humanity to beg for your help. It is a group of remnants piloting a crippled ship escaping from an endless site where many of their kind broke down or went mad. Though they were forced to flee before they could discover its cause, they have been limping through space without further deaths or symptoms. Whatever once cursed them has run its course, and this remnant population is eager to once again settle, live, and work. There are, of course, those in your empire who counsel against it. Unknown refugees are frowned upon by some and feared by others. The desperate remnants await your orders. What will you do? We will accept them. We will gladly accept a new population type. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. So I'm not sure why that... Oh no! We're seeing a pacific thing here. Oh, they're trying to convert us, but they can't because vines are immune. Ha! Get wrecked, UE. Get absolutely wrecked. Okay, so we do have fire ships here against their 1 battleship. Let's go. Looks like they do have another battleship moving in, though, so we want to be careful here, because we don't know what that battleship will be packing. Our range profiles here tell us that we want to stay kind of at long range. We do know that this is not useful. Prudent positions is kind of terrible. We thought it was going to be more effective than it really is. Take trophies here is a great option, just because they only have 1 battleship. They'll probably retreat, though. If they don't retreat, there's a very real chance we take home some money here. Oh no, they ran away. Okay, that's fine. That was expected. We could stealth up here and just get the drop on them, which would be even more entertaining. However, I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. We do have vine ships here that we need to defend. I'll bring this little guy over, though, because his job is now to make sure that we don't get surprised by any stealth ships here. That anti-stealth probe is actually super useful. One thing I think I've learned from this playthrough is how useful that can be. After that fleet got an entire drop on us by being stealthed, I'm just like, no, we gotta keep that up in all of our important, like, war choke points, because that'll keep us from getting dropped on like that. You have entwined Nihal, thank you very much, I know. Latest political survey, we are split between pacifist and militarist. That is the only 2 parties people are interested in, which I'm fine with. We have our next election in 1 turn, which is interesting, because I want to take us back to being a democracy right now. So we're going to be in anarchy for 2 turns, so I don't know how that affects the election. That'll be fun to see. Oh, hey, we actually have Valters here now. What's up, Feyring? You want to run away? You're probably going to run away, but we're going to try. Yeah, you ran away. That's okay. We're just sitting here grinding down their manpower slowly. We are losing our vines here on Pardalis. That's somewhat annoying, but at the same time, we're protecting Iso. Getting Pardalis would be nice, but we're not that worried about it. We can always take it in full force later. Mainly, we're just using that as a border to keep them off of Iso while we finish building up Iso. How are you guys doing? A lot of these ships are already kind of healing up nicely. We should be able to take them out relatively soon. I think what we want to do here is potentially upgrade all of these, or the ones we can afford to. It is going to cut into our dust, and we are shy on dust right now. Minus a lot from military upkeep and dust inflation. What's weird is that our military upkeep should not have changed in the last couple of turns, and dust inflation shouldn't be that painful either. Like, we didn't do anything that would increase our dust inflation that much. I feel like potentially it has something to do with this system no longer being happy, and does that affect our empire happiness that much? We're still loyal here, so I'm not sure why we're suddenly making less dust. I wonder if... Are we starting to lose populations here because of... Oh, we have populations in transit, that's one thing. That's probably part of it. Okay, well, that's something to keep in mind. We are losing a little bit of dust here and there, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it at the moment, but that's okay. Hey, look, it's a Guardian. Enjoy that. Enjoy that Guardian right there. It's your new friend. Okay, so here we're fine. We're just kind of waiting things out. We do have our scanner there keeping an eye on stuff, which is lovely. Gonna go ahead and end our turn. I think we're turning this around okay. I mean, we're still winning. We've never... In the course of this entire war, we've never really been losing to the UE. They got the drop on us, they destroyed some ships, that wasn't a fun thing, but we've never been effectively losing, and Shad-Eye has been successfully hacked now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create another backdoor. So now we've got a network of 3 different backdoors that are going to allow us to hack their capital. Hey, good job, good job. Refuse that truce, good job. Oh wow, look at this. They're going to offer us antimatter channeling, which will give us detection probe invisibility detection level 2, structured antimatter, which will give us advanced P-laser fighters. I think we already have that? Oh no, they want that. Are you for real? You're hilarious. You're hilarious, Yui. You make me laugh. You expect us to give you anything when we can just take everything from you. After what you've done to our people. You expect us to be nice and kind to you. Well, I guess we all make mistakes. Okay. Lasrixos and Unfallen, their mistake was ever thinking that it was going to be okay to do what they did to us. We tried to be peaceful, guys. Try to remember. I know we're the warlike Unfallen right now, but we tried very, very hard to be peaceful and not to screw with the UE and just to be cool. And the UE did not want to be cool. The UE backstabbed us at every single possible point. I mean, we could impose a truce on them right now if we really wanted to. Click to impose truce on the selected empire. But if we impose a truce, I don't think we get anything for it. Like, I'm actually... No, I'm not even going to take the risk that we impose a truce and it does something we don't want to do. Because that would just be obnoxious. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Nope. I wouldn't mind a truce with the other empires in the galaxy. The UE is our, like, mortal enemy, though. There's absolutely no way that they're ever getting a truce from us. They're just not. Nihal is now a system that we can take, and we're going to. The question is, which one of these planets do we want the most? There's a happiness bonus and penalty there with Shattered Crust. There's an extra population slot there. Nihal has a ton of population, but it will have a happiness malice, although it does gain a little bit of happiness as well. We'll go with that. Lava planets have the best production. We'll go with that. We do need some more Jadniks here. How much more Jadniks, though? 25. Let's go see how much Jadniks is on the market and see if we can pick some of that up. We have 0 currently, so we would just need 25 Jadniks flat out. Give me 25, please. There we go. Alright, so with 25 Jadniks, we can build our level 2 modernization. Then we can go ahead and build industrial zones, and then we'll also go ahead and build drone networks, cerebral, xeno, interplanetary, predictive, AI labor, super biofuel. All the production, all the time. Let's get this system off the ground, folks. Let's do it. We may actually want to move a governor over there to help speed it up even more. But either way, we are now expanding into the UE side of the galaxy, and you can see where our vines go. We're literally controlling like a quarter of the galaxy now, which is pretty good considering that the UE stifled us and we were really, really stuck there for a minute. I think this is good. I think this is good. We're turning things in the right direction here now, and there's not a whole lot the UE can do about it. Did you really bring that Fey Ring back? You just want to give us dust, don't you? They're not going to run this time, because if they run, they'll lose it anyway. So they're going to fight, and we're going to potentially kill it or capture it. We'll probably kill it, though. That's what I highly suspect. I like that they were like, the ship is dead anyway, go hull penetration. We're just going to go for it, guys. We're just going to go for it. Okay, we're going to skip to the action here, and then we will watch the combat. Oh, beautiful. It's gone. That first volley of swarms and the lasers will probably kill it right there. I think it's over already. Yeah, it's done. It's done. We're just seeing our ships cruise through space, having decimated the Volter Fey Ring. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so decisive victory is complete. We gained 60 dust and 20 science from that. Lovely. Just lovely. Alright, quick scan is still hanging here. We know that. This scanner is over here looking for new Guardians. And we can come on down here. Now, what's going to be really funny is if there's actually a Guardian on one of these rings. I would die laughing if that was the case. There's a subterranean curiosity, but not a Guardian. That being said, if we captured this system, it would actually have a ton of value. Look at that. Just a ton of value right now. I mean, it wouldn't generate that much for us, but it would be something. So it's definitely worth considering turning on the UC here in the future. Mainly because they dragged us into a war we didn't want, but, you know, there's nothing to be said about that. Let's go ahead and end our turn. Resource crisis next turn. Your Empire use of bandwidth exceeds your stock, and a series of cuts will happen if you do not correct the situation. Okay, so we do need to change our bandwidth here a little bit. One of the things we can probably cut here is defensive programs, and what we want to get rid of is this one. Yeah, we want to get rid of Encrypt. Encrypt to me seems like a downgraded version of Lockdown. The main thing that we do not want is we do not want backdoors established on our Empire, because that allows people to kind of get through easier. Oh, speaking of which, don't we have an available hack? We do. And we want to take that from Shade-Eye to Arcturus here. Yes, that's fine. Now, I don't know that we'll have the bandwidth. We don't. We don't have the bandwidth for Accelerator. That is problematic. However, the 5 turns it takes to get to Arcturus are not the... Well, I suppose that's time that Shade-Eye could actually trace the hack, which is what I wasn't understanding before. So it is kind of a problem, but it's also not that big of a problem, and we can't do anything about it anyway due to our bandwidth limitations. So we're going to go ahead and end our turn here and see what happens. God, I love that we're, like, slowly but surely absorbing the UE Empire. Or the United Empire, the UE Empire, the United Empire. Congratulations, you have achieved this legendary deed. We now own the Trade Clearing Bureau, government-established democracy, which is lovely. That's exactly what we wanted. I'm going to hop over here real quick now that we own the Trade Bureau, and we're just going to make sure that we're making all the dust. You guys want to trade? You pay me. This war only weakens both of our empires to others' advantages. We offer a Are you for real? Do you see the truces they offer? You give us everything and we'll give you a truce. Are you kidding me? Do you have a mental deficiency of some kind? Why would I ever take that deal when I'm slowly eating your empire? The AI is maybe losing its mind a little bit while it loses its territory, because it seems to think that the best way to negotiate with us... We're gonna go for food here, actually. It seems like it thinks the best way to negotiate with us is to try to extort us when it's losing. Like, it has zero war pressure at all. Zero war pressure at all. Like, maybe that's what happened. Maybe it has so little war pressure that we drove it into, like, an infinite war pressure loop where it thinks that it has, like, a billion war pressure, because it has no war pressure at all, and it's really, really trying hard to impose its will. Wait, what? Are we still in anarchy? Is that what that is? Because now we can't pick any laws. Is it because we did that on an election? Oh, no, okay, the next election is at end of turn. Right now, we're still kind of in anarchy. Okay, that scared the heck out of me. I was like, no, please tell me we're not stuck without any party laws for, like, another 9 turns. That would be insane. Okay, here we have one battleship that is already wounded. We're going to go in on it for sure, although we are actually over time. After this battle, we'll probably call this episode. I do think things are turning around nicely for us. We'll be back to being not a republic, but a democracy very soon, which will benefit us greatly. And this is just going to be free money. Like, this is just free money. We're just watching free money roll in. We're basically cashing a check. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is the most beautiful check cashing I've ever done. It's a battleship, too, so that'll be some nice dust. That'll be nice dust because it's more CP. It's already over. That's what that is. We're already in the cruising space animation. Yeah, there we go. 180 dust, that's pretty nice. That'll actually help with our minuses that are coming in right now, which is awesome. That's a good thing. We like that. We like all of this, honestly. We're taking a bunch of more systems. We have a ton of stuff going very, very well right now. And Nakos is losing population again. Where is that consumption coming from? Oh, they're unhappy right now. Why are you unhappy? From not leading political parties, that's a huge one. We're also running domestic surveillance here, which has 3 turns remaining, and we can't turn it off, I don't think. So yeah, That's kind of a problem here. Happiness is actually an issue for the first time in ever. So one thing we can do here is we can assign a governor that provides happiness. So let's go find a governor that does provide happiness. Luna Barxis, do you bring the happies? I don't think you do. I think, so like this is problematic because I think we skipped over happiness bonuses on pretty much everybody simply because we didn't need them before. Like we never needed them before, and now we kind of need them. So let's see. Baramoxa, do you have happiness at all? You do not. How about you, my dear Lumeri? Do you have the happies? Do you bring the happies? You do not. Okay. So that's problematic. Just Karjai Parcha, do you bring the happies? You do not. Lovely. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to try to switch someone to Nakos anyway, because there is the potential for them to just bring... Actually, you know what? That's a good point. I think that some governors start by default with a skill that brings a little bit of happiness. So he would bring us +5 per luxury deposit. Baramoxa would. Are there luxury deposits on Nakos? There are 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move Baramoxa over here. There we go. And now we're content. I like that a lot better. Let's see where everybody else is at. Ooh, everybody's kind of rough right now. Probably because of our political turmoil at the moment, which is fine. But yeah, that is probably going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!